Hello and good evening and welcome to Boombox Media. Welcome to Duke's Place for those that are here in attendance with us tonight. And hello to everybody online tonight. And thank you to the man to my immediate left for joining me tonight,
My
Mr.
pleasure.
Rusty James.
My pleasure. Thanks. You guys are supposed to clap here.
Yeah,
this is
come
live.
on. People can hear you at home.
Fuck.
Don't
I'm
make
trying
it
to impress somebody here.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Don't make it
What
sound
the
like we're
fuck
in an
was
empty
that?
room.
Dead silence for fucking 2 seconds.
So yeah, I ran into Rusty James a few weeks ago at the North Sydney Fire Hall.
Yeah, that's right.
You were there getting your Fire Hall hair on.
Checking out Steph Benak. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was great.
It was a good show that night too,
Good
and
friend of mine.
it was kind of an off the cuff. You just happened to be like, "Oh
I
shit!"
found out she was playing there, and I said, "Well, I better not miss that."
Yeah, it was a cool night. So Steph's been sharing the shit out of this poster,
Yeah,
making
Steph's
sure that
super supportive
this-
to me.
oh.
I'm probably a shitty friend and returning the support, but I'm just such a bad Facebook.
You're horrible
I'm a
with
bad
PR.
Facebook friend when it comes to all that. Right? I do share lots of her stuff though.
yeah,
And she is great, super talented. So,
yeah, she is. She's
but
phenomenal.
I'm just not as honored as she is. Yeah.
She's got more bands going right now than most
Yeah,
people
she's
have ever
super
been in,
busy. Yeah.
which is great. It's great. It's good to see so much live music and entertainment and different bands coming around right now. So
Yeah, it's cool.
yeah, but no, I am extremely happy to have you on. I've heard the name before, and I'll be honest with you, I heard the name quite a few times playing at Govs and stuff, and
Yeah.
never really listened to what was going on.
Yeah,
But
no one's checking me out yet. We got to get the word out there.
so yeah, well, hopefully this helps a tiny bit.
Yeah,
Hopefully this gets some.
I think it will.
We got some people on there viewing and watching right now, so that's good. If you are online right now, please do share the stream, get it around, let Rusty get some famous face out there.
That's right. I'm trying to work it.
Before you know, you'll be back on a boat.
That's right. Sucks being a sailor. That really puts a kink in my plans, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to have to take off back to work in another month or so. So I'll be out of the game for about 3 months. I don't get to play as much. That kind of affects my bookings and my consistency a bit, right? But
Yeah.
it's nice to get out when I'm home. This is only my second show. I kind of had I lost some winter gigs to being away at work, so
And to the Rona.
a little late into it this year. Yeah.
And
so,
to the Rona. The Rona's
yeah.
killed everything.
But I've been busy in the studio recording with Carter Chase on, so that's going pretty sweet. We
Carter's a
got,
good guy. I've never physically met Carter, but I used to work at a store that helped and hooked him up with some equipment that he was doing his
Okay.
video production stuff and that. So
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, he's super talented guy. He's kind of helped me put it together for this record. We just did a record in October. Came out in October 10th, 2020, and is an 8-track full release, you know, and digital release. It was a great experience. Couldn't be happier with the job he did on the mixing, and just the magic behind the buttons was incredible. So
yeah, and
that was awesome. So we're at it again. So
And every person that I've talked to and said, "Well, who's Rusty James?" and I'll send the whole Spotify, so you get some streams.
yeah,
Everybody's come back with same old story. Like that's
yeah, everyone likes that one.
That's the jam.
I know, and that's funny because that's like it's my least favorite one to play because it's tough for me vocally. I told you before that I'm a songwriter, you know, not much of a singer,
But it's working for
but
you.
nobody else wants to sing my song, so fuck, we got to do it. I'll play that one. That same old story. Yeah.
Sounds good, buddy.
So this is off the record, come out December. You can listen to it. It's live every online, whatever format you use to listen to music by. It's called Same Old Story. It's the same old story over and over again gets told. The guts and the glory, and it never seems to get old. Like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, all that cool shit that they did. I guess robbing trains just don't get old. when they keep coming stuffed with gold over and over again. It's a brand new morning, one that's wet with dew and cold. I'll take fair warning that I too will soon get old. Wake up every morning like you're born to suffer, watching all your bridges burn like black rubber. Never know what to say to each other over and over again. Well, I can't tell you which side is wrong. I've never been one for choosing sides. All I know is I am the only one, the only one on this ride. Same old story over and over again gets told. So guts and no glory, and it never seems to get old. All them tales about rock and roll, never too young, just a little too old. Never too late, get back out on the road, do it all over again. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So that's the
Yeah.
fan favorite.
Good. It's a good one, though. It's
It-
a rocker.
Like I said, usually it's a lot of artists like that. Songs that they're never happy with are always the ones that take off on them.
Yeah, that was like a filler song, kind of,
And it just worked.
that I kind of wrote for it, you know. A lot of these, that's the thing I like about doing records, you know, when you put out I like saying record, for one thing, not an album or whatever. When you put out a record of music that's, you know, a collection of songs that took place in a certain time that you wrote together, you know, for a while, that were all inspired off the same inspirational mood or moment, and then put them all out together, you know, that's that, right?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of becoming a lost art with the singles and everything else, and just
And the
all the
streams.
stuff.
We
and
talked about the
Spotify
streams.
and,
Yeah.
you know, the industry's not supposed to be making money off me. It's supposed to be allowing me to present
Live.
my art and maybe make a polite profit. Who knows? But you know, so I like putting out a record. So there's one that I'm in the works on one now that I've got through funding from CB Mike, which if it wasn't for those guys, they definitely wouldn't have been
Shout
able
out
to do
CB
it.
Mike.
So
Those guys are
shout
nothing
out to
but
CB
amazing.
Mike.
From artists like yourself and, you know, every
Yeah,
other
they
artist on the
just-
island.
everybody, you know, that's
To me.
putting out music right now. People are making records besides me, and it's because of CB Mike. And
And hey, they support the
there's,
shit out of me.
you
That's
know,
they've since
they're
day
incredible.
One I,
Yeah.
Day one I said I was doing this. It's okay. How can we help?
they're
Which
doing
is-
great work, and they're not the only institution. Or you know, there's other things like Factor, and there's so many more levels to it. And they're on the home, the very front line, I think of it. You know,
Yeah.
right, helping out guys like
They're the-
myself
they're
who
the
are brand
homegrown
new.
guys.
You know, that are just starting out. So you know, like you say, I'm a songwriter and a sailor first.
Actually, I was going to say that.
And
this,
a singer, performer, artist second. You know,
The,
like that's not my performing and being cool, and that's not my strong suit, right?
the same old story videos. Actually, there's quite a few clips.
Yeah, I
of
use that.
photos.
And I put them up there. Just something to get it out there. I'm kind of just blending the two parts of my life in my image because it's
Yeah.
just who I am. You know,
Because you're not like
it's
a
what I
sailor
do.
on a sailboat. You're a sailor on a 750-foot.
Yeah,
long,
big suckers. Yeah, driving big ships. That's what I do as I'm a quartermaster on my job there. So I'd be driving them. I'd be on the wheel, you know, and there'd be a guy on the chart, doing chart work on the Raiders, and the guy that would be the captain who would be piloting.
So for you
You know,
that
so it's
aren't
pretty
familiar, these guys are the ones that pull in Sydney Harbour when there's a bad storm because they need somewhere to hide.
Those big guys,
That's those big long
yeah.
red boats that you see sitting out in the harbour.
Yeah.
That's this guy.
But sometimes you're driving through Montreal and you're going through like the South Shore Canal, and you've only got about 75 feet to the bank on either side of you, a couple hundred feet maybe, and you're just trying to keep her in the middle, you know.
Keep her between the yellow
It's
line.
tricky. keep her off the banks. It's all you got to do. It seems easy, man, but it's stressful when you're in a boat that big, you know.
I'm terrified driving sometimes when it's a narrow road. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I got this hilarious song that I wrote that I'm actually recording. It's going on this next record I'm doing. It's going to come out on, and it's about that industry. It's kind of a reflection of one part of that industry that I came to experience in the last. I've been sailing for about 18 years, I guess, and. Yeah, so it's, you know, it's kind of a darker humor spin on this thing. My own, this song I said would be in a culmination of my own personal experiences, and countless stories, you know. But if centers on the main character is the vocal presence, say his perspective is it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. This isn't me. I gotta clarify that. So I may have seen this guy somewhere, but it's not me. But so it was like 4 o'clock in the morning in some nameless hotel in, you know, Seven Islands, which is really small, isolated community. But it happens to have a port where there's like maybe 20 ships there sometimes. Maybe there's 3 from Russia, China, all over, you know. So there's these places you can go, right, after hours or during hours, and party and drink and all that. So this guy's waking up at in a hotel room, and he's seeing this other guy who's begging with this stripper to just pay you more money. Just want you to stay over, help me finish off the night, and just listen to me. You know, this is what he's pleading to her in his darkest hour. You know, it's called The Sailor. It goes like this. Well, you can dance for me, honey. Help me spend my money. I'm a loser and a user. I got no place to go, and everyone that knows me trying to tie me up and stone me. My own mama says that she don't own me. My daddy was a rolling stone. I'll be out there someplace flying high, drunk enough to fall in love for the night. My old lady, all she does is cry. Daddy never comes back home, 'cause he's out there walking the streets all alone. Whoa, whoa. Well, I'm trying to keep my shit together. Stuck on a lonely ship due to weather. Got problems like 1,000,000 tons of loose feathers. And promises haunt my soul. My mind goes wild. I find it hard to listen. Hang a sign in my eye. Says gone fishing. Got fined one time for outdoor pissing. Drunk on a girl I love. I got drunk once, pissed in a pool for 6 minutes. I didn't get caught, everybody got in it. Baby, time goes by so fast, just live it. Or spend it with the ones you love. Don't find yourself wondering if you done enough. Whoa, whoa. You can dance for me, honey. Help me spend my money. Now you might laugh, but baby, it ain't funny. Well, I'm digging a deep, dark hole, and my mind runs wild. I find it hard. Listen, hang a sign in my eye. Says it's gone fishing. You know I've been fine. You know I've been missing. It's hard to know when you're in love. And I Sold my soul for less than half. It was hardly enough to pay for my epitaph. Got in an old rusty truck without any gas. Boots without any soul. Well, I got lost ashore and I can't seem to get back home. Whoa, whoa. Yeah.
That song was
Feeling a
nothing
little-
about you. Just to be clear, it wasn't about you.
Sure it was, yeah. But just not, I wasn't that guy, you know.
You didn't piss in a pool for 6 minutes.
That part is actually one of the only true parts in the whole song, actually. Believe it or not.
We've all been there. It
But I won't
happens.
tell that story either.
It's a whole other story.
It's a whole other story.
But speaking of stories, there's another tune that you have.
Yeah.
And you gave me some homework before this.
Yeah.
Um, This song was written about your dad,
Okay, yeah.
and it was played
Yeah.
on the Strombo show.
Yeah, Strombo picked up on it.
George
se- I-
Strombo, blah, blah, blah,
I was
blah,
sending him, I sent him an email, like, I think a couple times, like, you know, over a period of a few weeks. Just kind of refreshed it a couple times, sent it as a new email, not resend the same one. And he picked up on it and played it. I didn't even realize it at first. I do listen to the show, but I was working this particular Sunday at the cabin. I didn't have any access to have a radio there, you know, and any power or anything. My phone went dead after a certain time, you know. And Ricky, a friend of mine, Ricky McQueen, called me. He's like, "Man, you're being played on the Strombo show right now," which was national, you know. I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty cool. It was the first song I've ever released in my life, you know what I mean?
And you
It's
got,
just so rare
and
to
you got
be
national
just
right
to be
out.
like bing bang boom, the first contact, you know, Strombo show. Everything so strange, but it was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So props to that guy. And I listened to his show, and it's incredible. I like.
Oh,
you know,
he's
he's so much.
He's
He
an
just covers
influence.
such the. When you're talking about music of all kinds and
Yeah.
sorts,
He's
you
an
know,
influence
cultural,
of what this is.
Yeah,
right.
totally. Yeah, absolutely.
But no, it's a very good, you know, of course.
Yeah,
it's
and it was
it's
a great
amazing.
cause too, because the tune that this song was dedicated for my old man was just a. It's kind of a he's heard the song, but he hasn't heard the recording of it. He knew I was going to record it at some point, but he kind of led me to, you know, that's a good recovery song. So he expressed that to me, you know, and I don't even know what I was writing about, kind of. If it was even, I was just making up a song from a place that I felt I did know about from my perspective, perhaps, nonetheless. But yeah, so every time I sell this song as a single, or if you buy the album, for example, on Bandcamp, all that stuff comes to me via email, you know, the payment, so I can keep track of it. Also, I'm just going to all the money will be donated through me, you know, to in my old man's name to the Talbot House in
Great
French
cause.
Vale. Yeah,
Great cause.
so which is a recovery home for men. You know?
That deserves a
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I mean, Dylan could. He's here. He could vouch for this. The money that you make in streams isn't a lot, you know. So
Yeah.
everybody has to get to it and buy that song. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll make an impact as an island. We can make an
Hey,
impact.
every dollar counts, and
It goes like, it's called Miracles. So I'll play it for you. I got the pasties, but I'm nervous. My mouth's gone dry. Everybody's looking at me.
there's people on the internet looking at you
People
too.
on the internet too. People I don't even know. God knows what they're doing. Yeah, Miracles. It's well, I ain't dreaming. I got my eyes wide open. Deep in the river, sleeping against the tide. And I wash my sins in this deep, dark water. Still getting over my foolish pride. It's complicated, hard to swallow.
Starting over is a tough old ride. Still got time in my pocket. I still believe in miracles. Further I get, the farther I have to go. If I could hold back time and start it over, when we was young and beautiful, baby, our love still shine like gold. I could not help it, I gave in to my weakness, and I still love you even though. When I look back now, I still fall to pieces, and I still love you, and I can't let go. When you're at the bottom, looking up at angels, you're digging down deep, water still well in your eyes. When you're begging for forgiveness, looking back upon your privilege, to the ones who loved you, the ones you took for a ride. Well, they all come running and gather at your table, and they hold you stable or stand by your side. I still got time in my pocket. I still believe in miracles. Further I get, the farther I have to go. If I could hold back time and start it over, when we was young and beautiful, baby, our love still shine like gold.
Thanks. Thank you.
It's a great tune, man.
I made her through it. That's the main thing.
So yeah, go on Bandcamp.
Yeah, go
Look
on
for-
Bandcamp, preferably. That's where I would make the most money, because they pay me for selling the record. I pay them a fee. But you can get it on Spotify. You can load it on Spotify, and all those revenues come into over time. You know, they build up
Pennies.
streams or whatever.
Those pennies.
Though
add
they're
up.
they're pennies. Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not even penny. I think it's like 0.005 of a
I
cent.
figure in 16 years, if everything goes the same as it does, in the next 16 years, I could make enough money to pay for making that record. Yeah.
Maybe even buy a coffee.
And have enough money left over to buy a coffee. But I got this great second one coming up, so the Sailor's going to be on that one.
Yeah, and again,
And I mean, when we make this record, you know, you've got like 20 or 30 takes to get a perfect vocal, right? So that's that's what saves me in the studio. My records are always way better sounding than my live show, but and my live shows gets worse as I get older. But the songs, I think, can stand on their own. You know, they're tough, they're well written.
and you're in with
You know,
Carter again.
Fucking Bob Dylan can't sing his own songs, you know,
That's
and
right.
everyone loves him. So.
Yeah. You're recording with
And
Carter.
I got red hair.
the second
Two.
time. Yeah.
There's another cool thing that not everybody has. All right, so I mean, come on, what more could you want? Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I said your second album is
In the works, yeah.
in the works with Carter again.
Yeah, so we've got lots of great stuff coming up on this one too. It's going to be not as rock and roll as the last one's. A little more, I guess it's like alt country. I guess if you want to classify it. This one's going to be more bluegrassy, I think, when it's all said and done. But it's going to be good, I think. I can play a couple off that. Let's see. I'd like to see where this one goes here. This one's called, what was the name of this one? Hard Luck Angel, yeah. Hard Luck Angel. You guys laughing at me because I couldn't think of the name of my song? Don't think I'm not watching you guys. Giggling over there. You better be paying attention to me at all times. If you're laughing, I want it to be at what I said or did. Yeah. No, this one's called What did I say it was called? Broken Hearted
If
Angels.
you can't
was it?
remember what you're calling it, I'm afraid
Yeah.
to see what the lyrics are
Well,
going
you know,
to be.
the least important part of the song is what you call it. That's just like at the end of it, you're like, oh, yeah, I say that a lot during those parts, so I'll call it that. But I think I only say this once 3 times, and it's, yeah. So this is Hard Luck Angel. That's what it's called, yeah. Now I remember. It goes like this.
Well, I've been waiting such a long time to pick up on this thing. Well, I've been waiting most of my life like I didn't see a thing. Instead of getting angry, I set it free. I could not face the shame of it. It grew just like a tree. It bloomed like a sunrise and it shined on everything. It created all its shadows, made it hard to see. But oh, baby, sometimes if I could start it over and do it again, wouldn't let it just happen like I did back then. How many times I wondered, I spent a life inside my head with all the pain of the living and the stillness of the dead. But still I feel satisfied, some kind of fallen angel that was sent here to survive, or someone with the strength to see things in this light. Another hard luck angel, another wandering soul, another hard luck angel, someone you should know. You know my father, he was lost and never found. He was off chasing heroes, long buried underground. I was born bloody on the table with a thorn already in my pride. My eyes blue as any ocean and open just as wide. Wore it like a badge of honor, like a soldier true to form. I marched on like a dagger, and I cut right through that storm. Oh, baby, sometimes if I could start it over, do it again, would let it just happen like I did back then. How many times I wondered, spent a life inside my head with all the pain of the living and the stillness of the dead. But still I feel satisfied, some kind of fallen angel that was sent here to survive, someone with the strength just to see things in this light. A hard luck angel, another wandering soul, another hard luck angel, someone you should know.
You need another foot. My chair keeps
I
like
got
losing
my
air.
My 2 feet things pointing in
I
the wrong
started
way.
up here. Oh, oops! I started up here, and the next thing you know, I'm down here. I don't know what keeps happening. It keeps losing air or something.
Compression.
Got to fix your
Losing
chair,
pressure.
Duke. This one, it's up, and then next thing you know, I'm down here. Well, no, it happens. That's okay. This guy couldn't remember the name of his last song.
I couldn't remember. That was just a bit, guys. You don't think I remember Broken Back Angel? Huh?
That's the comedy part of the show.
That's a part of my act, you know. It's just to put on. Don't take it too serious.
Had nothing to do with the cannabis.
No. All right, man. What's next? What are we doing for time here?
What?
How are we filling out?
Oh, Jesus, we still got a half hour to go.
Jesus.
Woo,
I
we
got a
got
few
somebody.
more
Somebody
songs.
said that just meant more drinks. That's all that meant to somebody out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of, Stacy.
Drinks.
Can I get a double Jameson on the rocks? Thanks.
Ooh. I'll have another.
Sydney Mines water. Another Sydney Mines water for Rusty.
I was raised on this water. Let's see here. What do we got?
So it's I've heard this a few times now.
I'm just realizing that when I sang Miracles, I had the wrong key on there.
Oh,
But
it
anyway,
still
that's
sounded
okay.
good.
It was all right.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
So what were you going to say?
I've been asked a few times now when I said I have Rusty James, and they said, "Oh, Rusty Sullivan."
Yeah.
Where'd Rusty James come from? That's all.
That's
That's the
just-
question I guess. And I'm like, maybe
My
it's his
first
middle
name is
and-
James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I got
Russ.
red hair,
So
right?
he
You know?
just
Yeah. My actual, I think my mom brought home one of those, those keychains that tell you what your name means in Latin or whatever. Yeah. And Russell actually meant a person with like a red-headed complexion, red hair or whatever. So that's pretty ironic. That was accidental. I don't think they knew that when they named me. So that's where the Rusty comes from. It's technically really my name.
Did you say it had something to do with red hair? I missed that part for a second. Destiny was bringing us
Yeah.
beverages.
It was like that's like I don't know if it's Greek or whatever, or maybe the Latin meaning of the name. You know, you get the key change. It'll tell you what your name means. That's what this one said.
The
One
red-
with a rustic complexion
Yeah.
or a redhead person. Yeah.
Coincidence.
Coincidental.
Was that a plan, Mom?
So I grabbed her. I like the sound of it. I just like the sound of it, you know.
Like, did you have another name, Mom? Where are you at? Where's Mom?
She's gone out for a smoke. Bye. Thank God.
I got a
God love
question
her.
for you,
The
Mom.
one time I was happy to see my mom smoking is right now. Yeah. That's perfect timing. Fuck.
She heard this conversation come up and went, "Oh,
That's
time to have a
wicked.
second cigarette."
Yeah. She's-
I gotta hear.
It's perfect. That's what smoking is for. We don't know that as non-smokers. It's an escape. Yeah. There's my uncle sneaking out now just in case you recognize him.
Any family that might have an answer saying, "I'm getting the fuck out of this place
Yeah.
right now."
Yeah. Let me play you guys another song anyway. Just 'cause this isn't a comedy show, you know what I mean?
It's a little bit of everything.
Let's see here. This is another one off the record. If you like any of these songs that you hear, it's just at your fingertips, you know.
Oh, I lost you.
Mental note, don't touch microphone anymore. Okay, yeah. You can just click of a button on your phone there. You could have Rusty James in your back pocket all day. Put them on at work, put the headphones on. You're cooking supper, peeling potatoes, washing dishes, you know, changing diapers, going for walks, walking the dog. If you jog,
Sitting down drinking.
exercise.
Sitting down drinking. I'm going to sit down drinking and listen to Rusty James.
That's what we're doing right now. That goes without saying. You know. You guys
Look,
go ahead.
They got the phones out and everything.
Yeah.
They're obedient.
This is off my.
listen.
She was making it clear that that's not what she's doing. She's not looking for Rusty James. All right. This song is called "Wishing Well." It goes like this. That's the title track. So the album, if you want to look it up, Rusty James Wishing Well. I can't tell, but I thought I knew you well. I'm taking it slow. After all this time in hell, and I don't know, but I guess I'm doing well, so don't let go. When the time's right, you can tell. I'm gonna break your heart, 'cause I can't fall in love. Broken, baby, I need you to come and save my heart. Let it turn to stone. On cold dark nights, I'll break my heart against your bones, so hold on tight. This is where our story's told, up all night. All we had was under our clothes and this wishing well. Well, all our dreams fail. I'm gonna break your heart, 'cause I can't fall in love. Broken, baby, I need you to come and save my heart. Don't let it turn to stone. Will save my heart. Let it turn to stone. Thank you.
You got all kinds of good ones. I like all these songs. They're all nice.
Fun having lots of songs. I have a ton of songs. I do. I write a lot when I'm away at work, so
Like I said, what else
Works
do you
out
do
well.
sitting out in the middle of the
Yeah.
North Atlantic Ocean?
I don't keep a TV or anything. You know, I bring a few good books and just read some books and write songs. Would fill my time, or just practice play guitar. You know.
Yeah.
So
You can only
I
get
end up
gooder.
get a lot of tunes. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
you
all
only
get
get
gooder.
gooder.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah. It's good to have that arsenal of songs too,
Yeah.
because not every
Yeah.
song fits the situation.
Yeah. Well, even when I play shows too, like like when I recently did a 3 sets at Breton Brewing, I played mostly all my own songs, right? Across the 3 sets, I did maybe 7 or 8 covers or something. I feel like I have to play the covers because it's kind of pushing it, you know. I feel like I'm pushing the limits of what people.
I didn't come
wanna
here to listen to
hear,
Rusty James. I want Wagon Wheel.
Yes, I've never. I can honestly and proudly say that I have never played Wagon Wheel
Oh, that's-
at a show, you know, right? At a show,
Uh-huh.
or
that
like
Dylan?
fucking Brown Eyed
Dylan
Girl,
over
or
there?
you know,
Yeah.
right? So I can play your Sister Golden Hair by maybe. That's like an anthemic, emotional attachment to my mom's side of the family. It's like a gospel song in my family there. Yeah. I can remember being exposed to that song when I was a little kid and thought it was such a happy, pretty song, and then listened to it and be like, this song is so sad, you know? Just and the combination of those two things, right? You know? It's just like the sad,
When you're a
happy
kid-
melody with the sad lyric.
When you're
you
a
know?
kid, you're like, oh, it's a good song. And you grow up and
Yeah.
you're like, what the
You're like,
hell was
what?
I listening to? Holy shit, this is
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. I can't sing this song very well, but I got to play it for my uncle back there hollering it out. I play it this way. I cheated a little bit.
I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Sunday and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do believe there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. Well, I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one for corresponding, I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the end? Will you love me just a little, just enough to say you care? Well, I tried to fake it, don't mind saying, just can't make it. Well, I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise. I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? Been one for corresponding, I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the end? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Well, I tried to fake it, don't mind saying, just can't make it. I always got to play a little lick at the end to make up for my touchy vocals, you know. I got to express some form of talent besides songwriting and singing badly. That's right, man. Let's see what else I got in my bag of tunes. Probably you. Was it? I don't know. I know Joe, but I don't know why he angry faced me. Who? 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 No, who? Are you talking about a song? Don't know it. God, don't know the song. No. Yeah. Yeah. I got kids at home, you know. I can't be saying nothing like that. I do not support WAP for the young people. You're welcome to get up and sing, no problem, you guys, if you want to. Yeah. But I can't do that for you. I'm not even going to. I know all I need to know about it. I don't like it. Not happening. No. Yeah. My daughter's in university, so I just ignore music like that. Just don't hear it. I don't hear that stuff. I don't want to know about it. La la la. I just keep writing songs. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. I know there's lyrics. What's it's pretty edgy stuff for Rusty James. I gotta say, it's kind of edgy. Wow, that'd be difficult to do. I seen Jeff Tweedy once do a cover of a Black Eyed Peas song. I seen that on YouTube, and it was much the same thing. He sang the same thing. He did that one. What was it? I don't know if I know it. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good time. You know that one? I don't know if I know that or not. I've got a feeling. I'm not figuring it out right here, that's for sure. On live radio or live YouTube, Facebook. No way. I will play this one though. This one's gonna be on the new record. It's called. Jeez, I forget the name of this one too. This is called Can't Find It Anymore. Don't you tell me about it if you gon' tell me lies,
'Cause I can't get the message if you're speaking in disguise.
There's something strange about it, or something in your eyes.
Much deeper than the ocean, much darker than desire.
Maybe you don't know it. Is it the reason why you cry?
Did it break your heart wide open? Did it fall out on the ride?
Well, I can't relate, 'cause I'm already out there, lost in my dream.
Another wandering soul. I'll only take what I need.
Lately I need everything, and when it's gone,
You can't find it anymore. No, you can't find it anymore.
there was going to be a harmonica in that part, but the harmonicas I bought were too cheap.
Get up here, Dylan.
And my buddy Gracie got my other ones, so I don't want them full of his spit.
There's nothing you can't tell me that I could not believe. You know I've been around this world, and I see my share of things.
I cut myself wide open, I cut it right to the bone.
Yeah, just to let it breathe, let it bleed on its own.
And then I just kept going till I cut right through my soul.
And I still can't find the answers. There's some things you can't know.
Now I don't have no answers. You know I'm just another
Goddamn fool. Just another broken record.
skipping through the universe, and when it's gone,
You can't find it anymore.
I can't find it anymore. Thank you.
So I just sneak peeked at the cheat sheet you sent me.
Okay, yeah.
We've talked about absolutely everything except for the most important one, and I'm with you when you say it, a record. You're working on putting together an actual piece of vinyl.
That's right. I'm going to try. This is my first time mentioning it, yeah. I'm going to try to do like a crowd funding
GoFundMe,
thing. But I'm just
crowdfund.
going to think maybe just set up a PayPal account and enlist any of the first 100 people who have the cash or desire or whatever to invest in purchasing an album up front, and if I could sell 100 copies at 25 or at $30, I think it's 100 at 30.
Yeah.
I can go smaller, but I need to sell more. So maybe I still got to, see what happens.
Still
Right?
got to do the gazintas.
The first thing, like see if I can get 100 people at 30, then I would be able to produce 200 albums, and I'd be able to give everyone of the 100 who purchased, which would leave me with another 100 albums to then sell, right?
I love me a good piece of vinyl.
And there'd be about $3,000 of what it costs to do this production thing, roughly. And if I was able to do that, then the money I give everyone the album they paid for, leaving me 100 to sell, I would then, at that price, once I sold those 100 albums, which I would just save the money, I would be able to then do another run of albums, right? So
or put it towards album number 2.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So I'd have my funding then would be done, like long as I could continue to make and sell, 100 at a time.
So there you go. There's
There's
enough people in the room right now that you're almost at that goal if everybody in here
Yeah.
bought an album.
The idea is
Rusty
I'm
James
gonna
record.
I'm gonna do an official. So I'm gonna pick a date here soon and do an official. So when my GoFundMe account and everything would be set up, and then it would be official, right? And I'll let you know and everybody, and I'll push it as much
I'll
as I
share the
can.
shit out of
And
it, absolutely.
and then
You can kill me
see if we
for
can make
one.
it happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
for this, and I'm gonna make the last record. Right, we're gonna do a run on the last record, and the profit will enable me to make the run for this next record.
There's
doing.
nothing.
So
I love getting a new vinyl.
yeah,
of my
open in
favorite
the
band.
package. It's cool. Right?
But I
desperately want my own just to have a copy of to say that this is it.
I made myself
a record that I
this
made.
deal one time when I went into Atomic Records that every time I go into Atomic Records, if I see a local artist album,
Yeah,
I will
Buy
buy
it.
it because I know Atomic Records gives 100% back to the artist,
yeah,
and that's just my little way of saying I support the local music industry. I like taking this home, and plus it's really cool that
Exactly.
vinyl's back and you can buy a local vinyl.
yeah. I think there's a certain section of the population that's into it. Probably some who always have been. That's it's viable for sure.
Yeah.
I collect. My daughter, I kind of collect through my daughter. It's like I've hidden my record collection through my daughter, buying her the records. So I'm not
Yeah,
really
like-
buying them from me.
But there is some artists, locally.
But
that-
she loves, but I kind of passed it on to her. She loves collecting records. She has her own little collection. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool, pretty eclectic. For a girl who's at her age 18, she has pretty wide range.
Yeah.
It's pretty good taste.
like
so.
Fire Valley Fire has 2 pieces
Yeah.
of vinyl out. Jordan
And
Musicians
they have
got
their
vinyl
new
out.
one's so cool with the white cassette, the plain blank white album with the white
The
cassette
best
tape.
part is when you open the vinyl up, they have like colored vinyl.
Yeah,
One vinyl's white and the other one's
that's
red.
cool, man. Yeah,
Pirate Jenny.
yeah, I love that record.
Pirate Jenny we've talked about. I don't know if you've seen the actual album cover
Yeah, I
for
like the
Pirate
cool
Jenny.
ones. I like the album art,
Kelly
yeah.
DeVoe, Dylan's dad, did that. And when the first day
cool.
I seen it, I said, "Shit, that's a record.
Yeah,
That's a record."
it's
sleeve.
kind of
That's
like
the-
has a kind of an Asian or something flavor to it or something. All this gold printing or whatever is it on the?
Hold on.
What is it? Yeah.
I've actually been waiting months for this to hang in my office. Dylan brought it to me tonight. That's my
Yeah,
that's-
well, it's sailory too. I
Oh
guess,
yeah,
yeah.
it's got Ryan's dog, and we actually
Yeah.
found out tonight.
But it has that like that Indian sailors are type
Yeah.
stuff feel to me. I don't.
We
know.
found out tonight after I put it on my road case back there that it actually is black light compatible and the lizard glows
Oh yeah,
and everything
same as the
too, yeah.
decal. Yeah, it's cool.
Kelly loves the 70s.
Yeah, I can't wait to have my own vinyl piece
Yeah,
that I
no,
can
it's-
showcase.
Absolutely.
Boombox.
Absolutely. It's cool
Yeah.
just to even say, hey, that's
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah, another thing that Carter and I were talking about with this record that we're making now is maybe even when the vinyl comes out, when you pay the $30, so you get the vinyl, you get like a digital free download. Those 100 copies too. I forgot to mention that would have a free digital download code. So if you bought the album, you could then download the
And a
digital
lock of
version for
Rusty's
free,
hair.
right? Yeah, and a lock of my golden luscious red hair. Yeah, yeah. And so yeah, that's another cool thing. What on this album that we're working on now, we're talking about maybe making it available digitally by December. We're hoping it'll be the release date of the album. And after that, when we do the vinyl, if this thing works and we get this going and we get the next vinyl, when we release that, it'll be digital. But by that time, we'll have we're going to release all the maybe the demos of this. I made like this, so I have this album that we're making now. I already have it demoed, you know, the 12 demo tracks, just as a kind of extra thing, you know what I mean, that you would be able to compare
Yeah.
what we've turned the demo into, you know, because they do change quite a bit.
The process.
Yeah, the first record we made, Carter was making fun of me saying that I had demoitis because I was so nervous about wandering from the demo because I've had it for so long. Like the changing the way he wanted to, it was like, oh, we can't do that. You know, it's not on the demo. He's like, forget about the demo, man. But yeah, so it's kind of a different thing. I thought that might just be a cool texture to have with it, you know. Or maybe we'll, you know, and have some of the. We've been keeping track of this record every session that we've had so far. We have 5 or 6. Every microphone that we're using and what guitar and where will be the placement. You know, we've taken a few photos of some of the setups and stuff, so we'll be able to detail all that information as well. So when you're if you buy the record, maybe, well, I don't know, it depends on how much everything costs, but there might be maybe a little
The inlay,
inside inlay that'll
bumper,
have
yeah,
like
that's-
photos and all the everything we
That was
used
my
in every
favorite thing.
track, right?
That was
Yeah.
my favorite thing, buying a CD when I was younger, and you go home and buy a CD and you
Yeah.
take it out and you like flip it over and see
So
the
you
lyrics.
could, if you like the
and
song, you could see what Mike, you know all those things, right? So that'd
Yeah.
be cool. I
the
think that would
younger
be more.
generation doesn't know that. They don't know the going to see.
Yeah,
the
well,
record man.
any musician would appreciate it though, for sure. But yeah, it's a lost art, I think, that kind of stuff.
All right, we're getting close here.
Okay.
So why don't we do one off the first album,
Yeah.
one off the second album to
Okay.
shut her down.
What do I got left here?
You can pick second album, first album, second album. What?
I'll play this one's going to be on this album. Actually, can I sneak 2 from this one just because I wanted
Sure.
to play? There was another one I wanted to play. I'd
You
like
know,
to,
you
to play
can do
both
you can do
these.
3.
Yeah.
You can do one from the first
I'm
album.
kind of
and
out
2
of
from the second album.
first album performances just because some of those songs are like really not what they are without the band, you know what I mean? So I don't really play them in my solo show, so they'd be rustier. And I'm feeling pretty rusty. It's only my second
And
show
you are
this
rusty.
winter. And my name is Rusty. This is too much rust, you know? So
It's a lot of oxidation.
yeah. So I'd like to play this one. This first one. It's called, what's this one called? This one's called The Love of Another. It goes like this. I do this with no fix, so. Let's see.
Can't remember the name. Can't remember how to play
Yeah,
it.
jeez, bro. I'm like a musician or something. I'm behaving like a musician. Ain't nothing like a nature's greens, salt stains on my old blue jeans, a fresh ocean breeze blowing beneath my nose, living for the good times, and there's no such thing as yours and mine, staying young forever even when we're getting old. This old house we live in is only shelter from the cold wind. Let's go out dancing and lighten up this load. You walked in like a beauty queen, shined your light on everything. Turn this old dusty shack to a castle with a throne. And I forgot about everything, money, bills, and foolish dreams. Just the love of another that makes this cold world warm. Well, I remember 18, thought I knew everything. Barely finished high school, and I ran away from home. Drowning in the motion, getting lost on distant oceans, till I found your smile like a castle made it of gold. Seems like we met on a Sunday, got pregnant on Monday, got married on Tuesday, without a doubt, a job or a home. And it's been running like a soft machine, the finest one I ever seen.
living in a daydream, getting by on a little hope. And I've got about everything, yeah, money, bills, and foolish dreams. Just the love of another makes this cold world warm. Yeah, it's the love of another that makes this cold world warm. Thank you.
You fooled them there. They were like, "Oh, he's done.
Fooled ya.
He's done. He's done. Never mind. Oh, wait, never mind. He's not done. He's not done."
Tricked you.
One more, is it? We got to crunch it right
Well,
in.
I don't have to crunch it in. You can do two
Okay.
more. I think everybody out there is enjoying online and here in house.
Yeah. We got, okay.
I will say right now, we will be back for another week at Duke's for the mixtape. We're here all month for the mixtape. Next week, I got Mike Laliev of Slow Coaster and Holler, and Mike Laliev, and geez, House of Bra, you name it. Mike Laliev has been a part of it. He's one hell of a bass player. He's got all kinds of songs for a guitar too. Just bang out guy at the same time.
He's just the guy you need when you're starting a band.
You know what? Jordan Musician started a band. Mike Laliev jumped in.
Oh, yeah.
Carmen needed a new bass player. Mike jumped in. Like,
He's pretty talented.
yeah, he's a phenomenal cat, man. He's super cool. I'm excited to have him on the mixtape next week. Yeah, oh, look, you're just smashing your phone. Just nothing major. Yeah, so we got Mike Laliev next week, and then the week after that, we got Billy Yvette, another Northside gal.
Yeah. She's she's a terrific musician.
Yeah.
Beautiful singer, songwriter.
And then the 29th is a surprise.
Big surprise.
A big surprise. I'll let you in on a secret. I don't know who it is yet. It's Brittany, that's right. It's Brittany, bitch. She's gonna be up here singing WAP all night. Hour long WAP. All right, buddy.
Okay, pal.
Let's go.
This one's called, I wrote this about my granddad. It's called, it's a coal mining. Anyone here related to coal miner by any chance? Yeah? So this is a coal mining song of my grandfather.
Actually, before you start, well, I'll pay homage to Duke's here.
Yes.
Duke's used to be the liquor store
Oh, really?
at one point
time, yeah.
in City Mines history.
Remember, it was a pool hall when I was a kid in the laundromat.
So way
You
back
come in here and
when,
get loose cigarettes and play pool when you were like 8.
way back when,
Way back in the day.
this would be the first place most coal miners would stop after they got their paycheck at the mine.
That's true, yeah.
So I think very fitting that you're going to play a coal miner tune in a City Mines town, in the
Yeah,
place where
the coal
most.
miner worked right there in that pit right there.
That's right.
So he started when he was 14, I think, is when he started working in the coal mines. Yeah, like being leading pit ponies, I guess, or whatever. And way back in the day, you know, and eventually worked there till he retired. And then, you know, he died. He was really sick with issues all related to that lifestyle and stuff. You know. This one's called Old Jim Blues. It goes like this. I was barely 14, was just before the morning come. I went down to a cold dark mine, came up to a setting sun. Went down in that old mine, and dug myself a hole. I jumped in there head first, they wouldn't give me back my soul. Don't worry me, no. Go down beneath the cold dark ground. It don't worry me none. I'll be home before the sun goes down. Don't worry please, my heart, when you hear them old sirens sound. Oh, don't worry please, Ma, I'll be home before the sun goes down.
night I stare into blue eyes that shine on me like gold. Hold her tight in that old dark night to keep from getting cold. When I go down to that old mine, dig myself that hole. It's the silver tongue and an iron lung that keeps me on the go. Don't worry me, no. Go down beneath the cold dark ground. It don't worry me none. I'll be home before the sun goes down. Don't worry, please, my heart, when you hear them old sirens sound. Oh, don't worry, please, Mom, I ain't home before the sun goes down. But I, with a heart that was born to wander, and dreams so real they ache, and so strong they hold on long to a heart that was born to break. And when I step out in the sunshine, I feel my body rust, black as coal from head to toe, until I return to dust. But don't worry me, no. Go down beneath the cold dark ground. But don't worry me none. I'll be home before the sun goes down. Don't worry please, my heart, when you hear them old sirens sound. Don't worry please, Ma, I'll be home before the sun goes down. And don't worry please, my heart, when you hear them old sirens sound. Well, don't worry please, Ma, I ain't home before the sun goes down. Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for coming out. I appreciate that. And thanks for coming out to the Steph Benak show. And,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
how
yeah.
we just, fate had us meet that way. So shout out to Steph Benak for putting on a killer show that night and
Absolutely.
being supportive of you. And
Yeah.
thank you, everybody that came out tonight and support live local music.
Thanks, everybody.
Yes, appreciate you
Appreciate it.
coming out. We really do.
Yeah.
It's a hard time in the world right now to
Yeah,
get
well,
butts in seats, but it's
It's hard to, when you like writing songs and doing that, not necessarily as a living, although I do a little, it does help me a little bit. It's a hard thing to do when you're constantly sitting in a room full of people who are like, and I don't expect anyone to want to come to my show or to see me or anything like that when you're playing all the time, and it's just, it's a very heavy negative no. You know what I mean? That's what you feel a lot, right? So it's great to get out and do things like this, that where people can tune in. If you see someone tuning in on Facebook, at least you know that if it's not many, you know that they want to see you play,
Yeah.
which is a good feeling.
And the best thing about this is you can go home tonight and you can share it again and you can
Yeah,
send
well,
it
yeah,
off tomorrow or somebody else can watch it
I'll
tomorrow.
probably never look at it the rest of my life. No, that's what you're talking to here. I'm not watching that thing, man. That's terrifying.
So you're not the first person to say that after doing
Mom
this.
will share it around, probably. Yeah, I ain't touching it.
I think it was Mark Bootlier. We did the original live at Duke's. Actually, the original live at Duke's was with Dylan. The original live audience at Duke's was Mark Guthrow, or Bootlier, sorry. And he's just said, I'm not having it. I'm not watching that ever.
Well, I think it can only be good for you not to watch it, really.
Yeah.
I think we're all a little hard on ourselves.
Worst critic is yourself.
Yeah, nobody's looking at you as hard as you look at yourself.
That's right, man.
That's a message for tonight. Everyone, remember that. Nobody is looking at you that hard. So don't take it so harsh. Right?
Someone's getting that in script on
relax.
tattoo
Yeah.
somewhere now.
Walk easy. Live freely and enjoy your life.
Lots
You
of
like singing
quotes and then
songs,
Rusty
do it.
James.
Yeah. If you like to sing, do it. My quote that I've I think I've coined it. I'm not sure, but I've asked a lot of people who I would trust to tell me. But the phrase is, I
I was using it when I was promoting the first record, if I can remember it now. Is that yes? Okay. So when the help me out here, Gracie. You remember it? I told you it. Give me 1 second, guys. When the reach of your ambition, outweighs your ability or your talents, that's where you'll find your originality. That's not exactly how I worded it, though, but that's the message, right? That's what makes you, right? So
Absolutely.
that's what gives me my confidence to do this thing, right? If you wanted to know I said it was way cooler, you could look at one of my promos on YouTube, which I'm going to do when I go home. 'Cause I haven't probably thought about that quote in 5 or 6 months, But
You'll see on the Rusty James Facebook page tomorrow.
tomorrow, yeah,
This was the quote.
yeah, I'll post it tomorrow on my Instagram feed. If you care to know what it was.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, man. Close
But
the show out.
thank
Thanks so
you.
much for coming in.
Okay.
Fist bump.
Yeah, COVID fist bump.
COVID
That's
fist
right.
bump,
This is
that's
my
right.
own mic, by the way, that I'm touching.
That is. He brought his
Yeah.
own mic so we don't
Yeah.
share germs.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for
so
coming
stay
on.
safe
I
out
appreciate
there.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be here again next week. Mike Laliev. Close your rope, man.
One more tune? One more tune. Okay, one more. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see here.
You got the sitting ovation.
the sitting ovation.
You're not allowed up from your table during COVID, so you get sitting ovations.
I'll play you a brand new song that I'm working on here. Well, it's not brand new, but it's not on any records yet or anything. Just trying to remember the key. I've used so many songs now that I've got so many keys going on here for singing that I can't remember where to put the capo. Well, I know crying doesn't have to be said. With no one beside you in this big empty bed. Blue eyes and daydreams, wishing time away. Well, it's time to go, dear. So what can I say? But it's not the same around here anymore. Then I close my eyes and I see your face, and I can't but wonder how it had me this way. And I know you cry, and I know your pain, but I can't but wonder how it had me this way. Life is a miracle, to live it a dream. But life ain't that simple anymore, it would seem. Bound by an ocean on an island so green. So far away that it feels like a dream.
don't go away. Will you break my heart if you can't stay? Well, it's not the same around here anymore. And I close my eyes, and I see your face, and I can't but wonder how it had me this way. And I know you cry, and I know your pain, and I can't but wonder how it had me this way. No, I can't but wonder how it had me this way.
Thank you.